Hi, my name is Bernardo Garza. I am a DevOps engineer from Digital on Us, and today I will be giving you a quick introduction to Terraform by HashiCorp. What is Terraform? Terraform is an open source infrastructure as a code tool. Terraform was developed by the HashiCorp company, who is based in San Francisco, California. And we can also say that Terraform is a tool for building, changing, and versioning infrastructure as a code safely and efficiently. Basically, it allows you to define infrastructure using HashiCorp configuration language. When we talk about provisioning, generally there are two challenges. There is the day one challenge, where we haven't actually started running anything. How do we go from running nothing to run something? And there is the day two challenge, when we already have an infrastructure and we are trying to evolve it, changing it over time or adding and removing new services. To solve these challenges, Terraform follows an infrastructure as a code approach. To do that, it is necessary to write Terraform configuration files, which is going to specify how do you want your infrastructure to look like. In this configuration file, you will describe your overall topology. So let's take an example, the diagram as an example. When we talk about infrastructure, there's a lot of pieces that we need to consider. We can have a VPC, security groups, and within that environment, we can have a set of virtual machines or load balancers. So you can imagine these pieces can extend over time, so your infrastructure will be evolving every single day. So instead of doing it the manual way, we can use the infrastructure as a code approach and use that Terraform tool that will give us a workflow for creating and managing this. Terraform uses HashiCorp configuration language that is very easy to use and human readable. We write code to define provision and manage the cloud infrastructure that we want. By doing that, we can automate a whole entire provisioning and deployment process very quickly. So here we're gonna talk a little bit about the Terraform principles. Terraform has three principal simple steps. The first step is the init step. The first command to run for a new configuration or after checking out an existing configuration from version control is Terraform init, which initializes various local settings data that will be used by subsequent commands. The second step is the plan step. The Terraform plan command is used to create an execution plan. Terraform performs a refresh unless explicitly disabled and then determines what actions are necessary to achieve the desired state specified in the configuration files. Plan will preview the changes before applying it, so it will help you to reduce mistakes before execution. And then there comes the apply step. The Terraform apply command is used to apply the changes required to reach the desired state of the configuration, or predetermined set of actions generated by a Terraform execution plan. These principles are going to give us a way for our day one challenge infrastructure. We describe what we want our infrastructure to look like. What happens in day one, in day two, I'm sorry, is that we start evolving our infrastructure and add more pieces to it by changing the Terraform configuration file and rerun the exact same workflow. There is going to be a day that maybe you will not need an infrastructure anymore. So there is when you can run the destroy command. The destroy command will destroy the infrastructure that you will have defined in the configuration file. As you can see in the screen, instead of creating the infrastructure the manual way, we can use Terraform and we write the code. You define and provision and manage the cloud infrastructure that you want. That way we can automate the entire provisioning and deployment process very quickly. And as you can see, the code is very human readable and it's very easy to use. Terraform can be used to manage the multi-cloud. It can combine multiple providers in a single workflow, which is very nice feature. Terraform provides one consistent workflow for developers and operators to provision resources on any infrastructure provider. One workflow to learn increases our user productivity and also reduces organization risks as that becomes one workflow to secure, one workflow to audit, and one workflow to govern. Terraform allows us to define the infrastructure for a variety of providers such as Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, and in this case for the Outscale provider. Right now, there are more than 100 providers, and those individually can manage over 1,000 resources. Providers are responsible to provide API interaction. You can find the list of the providers on the Terraform website. There is an enterprise version of Terraform as well, which is available as an SaaS or private install. Terraform Enterprise provides collaboration and governance capabilities for teams of operators. It enables collaboration on infrastructure and central service registry to publish and discover infrastructure modules. For organizations, it enables policy and governance to confidently provision at scale. So thank you. This was all. I hope you like this just a quick introduction to what is Terraform and I mean the power of everything that you can do with it. If you have any more doubts and you want to learn more about this tool, feel free to send me an email to bernardo.garza@digitalannounce.com. Thank you very much.